And indeed, a very warm welcome back to you. Feel Good Breakfast to Espresso on SABC3. We are celebrating Heritage Month all across South Africa. Now, I think there are two things that make South Africans really South African. Firstly, our love for sport, definitely. And the second one, our love for being around a fire, to have a braai, to have conversation, to eat beautiful food. And today, we're joined by Basson and Nhlaka Mtshali from Woolies, and they're going to chat about the best cuts of free-range meat for your braai this summer season. I couldn't think of a better topic to be engaging in at this time of the morning, gents, especially looking at this right now. But firstly, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. So what are the best cuts of meat for our braai in this summer season?
Well, they're quite endless. I mean, you're looking at beef, you're looking at pork, you're looking at chicken, lamb. For pork, you've got a pork neck steak. For chicken, you can use drumsticks, you can use thighs. For lamb, you can use a chum chop. But I think the best for anybody is having a good beef steak on the braai. And those are the best cuts for the braai, essentially.
Yeah. And why are they the best cuts?
I think everybody cares about the tenderness and the flavour that comes from a steak. Whether it's steak, whether it's chicken, and you want it to be succulent and you want it to be charred on the outside. That's essentially why they're the best, because they're easy to cook, and they're simple to prepare, and they just go down good when you eat them.
Absolutely. Michael, we're looking at a beautiful spread over here. Tell me a bit more about the benefits of these particular braai cuts.
Yeah, so these particular braai cuts, you can see all of this, we've got lamb here, and the rest is beef, and they are all free range. So it's Woolies Free Range beef. And that just means that the animals were reared in a very specific way. We've got a very strict free range protocol, and we make sure that these animals are reared against our Woolworths Free Range protocol.
Yeah. Would you say that's what the major difference is between free range and conventional meat?
Yeah, so there's a couple of differences between free range and conventional meat. With free range meat, the animals roam free, they can eat natural vegetation, and very importantly, they do not get any routine antibiotics or growth promoters.
Okay, well, for the uninitiated out there, and I am one too, growth, or you talk about routine antibiotics and growth promoters. What are these and why are they used?
Right, so in intensive farming systems, so that's as opposed to free range farming, you want the animals to grow as fast as possible in a very short time, right?
For production purposes,
For production purposes. So both those substances, the antibiotics as well as the growth promoters, are used to make the animals, to help the animals put on muscle as fast as possible.
Okay.
Now, very important to note, though, that the antibiotics is animal class antibiotics, so not a shared class that can affect humans as well.
Okay.
All right, so that is important. But yeah, in free range, you're not going to find any of those.
Absolutely. Oh, and then I want to talk to you as braai experts. Can I call you braai experts for a second?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No man would ever say, no, I'm not. Your favorite cut, and what's your best way of preparing it when you want to impress friends over the braai?
I think my favorite cut, it ranges, but I think the best cut for braai has to be a ribeye.
Yeah,
the ribeye is tender, it's succulent, and you'll see with some of the ribeyes, you get a bit of marbling inside, so that bit of fat inside.
Oh, is that what it's called, marbling?
Yeah, marbling. And
when
basically,
when
you braai that, it's tender, and the fat there creates the flavor in the meat, and it comes out soft. Hence why it's one of the most preferred cuts worldwide. So I think that would be my best cut for the braai.
Yeah, it's important that this must be matured very well. It's a 4-quarter cut, so there's lots of flavour, but it's very important, as Nhlaka said now, for the tenderness, that it's matured very well, as you'll find at Woolies.
And you'll find that with our free range, it's 35 days matured, which helps with the flavour too, as you cook it.
As you were saying ribeye, there was a chorus of there in the background there. Tell me more about the Woolies Difference. What is the Woolies Difference?
Well, look, apart from myself and Charlie, it's important to note that especially with our free-range cuts, Woolies have got an extensive and a very strict protocol. We have independent auditors going out, making sure that our beef is raised against the principles in our protocol.
Yeah.
And then we do a whole range of residue tests just to make sure that our customers are safe when they eat our meat. And I think that is very important for us.
Excellent. And I love the little taste stands you have when you walk into Woolies and they have that, braai ready. Like, oh, would you like a taste? I'm like, yes, I would love to taste that ribeye. But thank you very much, gents, and happy Heritage Month to you.
Thank you very much. Same to you.
Yeah, here we go. Hopefully that was very enlightening to you. But right now, it is time to take a look at the headlines of the morning. Here's Leanne.